Hi guys, this is a speed paint of a piece I did for a Conbook cover. So you can see I'm laying in composition early stages here, setting out the mannequin of the character and just getting the pose right really. I wasn't happy with the pose because initially it was a bit static, so I decided to modify it so that it was looking towards the viewer. Push that foot out towards the viewer because both of the feet were facing the same direction initially. Early stage experimenting, sketching with more places where I'm going to add some details. Draping clothing on the character. You can see it's a very pirate themed piece. Getting the perspective right of treasure chests in the foreground. We have a ship in the background, very stereotypical. And just some loose indication as to where the title of the Conbook page is going to go. It's always a fun point in the process to start experimenting with design and clothing ideas before you set in the line work. For the expression of this character, I went with a very mischievous expression, as you can see there. Obviously very pirate-like. Slightly crazy, so I kept the white around the eyes as much as possible without going too far. So yeah, just experimenting with some color tests here at the moment. So we had like a very overcast, kind of cloudy day, giving an indication as to some of the colors in the foreground. We also had a very clear, sunny day. Experimented with different colors in the sash, secondary colors of the headband, bandana, etc., the pants, so on and so forth. So Anthro Irish is a convention that takes place in Cork at the end of July, and I hope to be there this year too. As you can see here, I also experimented with some night scenes. It's cool when you get sunsets having that nice glow on characters' clothing. But in the end, we decided to go with a very clear sky, intense sunlight, high, intense sun overhead. So I continued at this point to just start blocking in the shadows and the lighting. I pretty much do the flat colors, shadows, and lighting indications kind of all at the same time. Tidying in some more shadows and details on the wrinkles of the clothing of the trousers, and just finalizing some of the flats and shadows around the shoes as he stands on the barrel. This character's name is Rebel, and they are the main mascot for the Anthro Irish convention. So continuing to add details, some details on the tassels of the sash. I wasn't too happy with the way the white of the character's sock was kind of clashing with the white of his tail. So you can see I'll eventually move the trousers of that leg down slightly to create more of a contrast. So at this point I decided what the font of the title was going to be. It's just there as a placeholder right now. I'll eventually adjust it to the right direction. Added more details to the cat in the treasure box. I love that scene with the cat just observing the crab character walking away with a diamond ring. Crab seems quite happy with it. Cat not so much. So you can see me flipping the line work on and off. As I go towards the end of the piece, I need the line work less and less, unless I need to check something. And the background environment still very much blocked in, so we'll add some more detail to that a bit later, as you can see here. Added some more design attributes like the logo on the tankard, shamrock on the belt buckle, skull and cross swords on the hat. So there's no illusion, this is a very piratey character. Palm leaves were used to point towards the character and kind of frame the character. Yeah, so it just made for a very good composition as well. More detail and texture on the sand. Some seashells on the foreground, And just some more detail with the treasure spilling out of the treasure box there. Added in some subtle details for some ripples and waves on the water. Here I'm making a makeshift logo for a certain orange drink that this character is very fond of. Starts with a T. Feel free to comment if you know what that drink might be. So you can see I'm just adjusting the font of the title of the page at this point. Adding in the cast mapping, using the direction of the sun rays and also the angle of the sun to determine where the cast mapping shadows will go. Once I have these mapped in, I will put in the cast shadows with the appropriate colors. Because this is all sunlight, there's not really going to be too much in the way of secondary lighting. Can be a bit of a tedious process, but necessary part of the process nonetheless. So this was a great piece and a lot of fun to do. Anthro Irish is a great con, feel free to check it out. I should be there this year. So yeah, see you guys in the next one.